Good afternoon, Assassins. Today is March 12th. Today is our Sunday watch list where we prepare for the oncoming week. Key stocks to watch, big news to basically stay alert of. So, looking at the overall watch list, tomorrow we have no real economical news coming out. On the 14th, we have CPI information coming out, which is very important. CPI basically tracks inflation. Now, the numbers can be possibly bad if the CPI comes above 6.3. It could be decent if it's 5.8. So let's see what happens. Above 6.3 is bad, below 5.8 will be decent. So definitely want to see how the numbers are going to react on Tuesday. Going into Wednesday, we have PPI. Thursday, we have jobless. And then on Friday, nothing really too crazy. So make sure you guys check out the overall economical calendar. Another bank has actually closed. Looking at this over here, you can see Signature Bank in New York is basically closing. So definitely want to stay alert and watch the bank stocks as well too. A lot of them are going to be fluctuating with high volume. Speaking of bank stocks, we want to watch basically First Republic Bank, right? So this is a bank that a lot of people are withdrawing funds from. It made a low of 45 on Friday, and then it bounced towards that 86 level. So we want to see if it's going to break this 69 level, which is holding as support, and then we could possibly gap down to 56 and possibly lower. Make sure you guys are very cautious. Treat these like if you're trading penny stocks because they can take these overall banks or close the bank. So make sure you guys are not risking money that you're not willing to lose. But there's high potential for major gains. If the bank doesn't go out of business and we still get a short position out of this thing, then it's still good for us. So watch out for that. Other banks you may want to watch is Bank of America. Bank of America made a low of 28.92. Watch for a break below 30. Then we can start going back to 28, maybe even lower for there. So watch out for Bank of America. Stock is oversold, but with all this bank closing hype going on right now, you kind of want to follow the news, right? So next stock we're going to talk about is, I believe, JP Morgan. JP Morgan made a low of 127 on Friday, bounced sitting at 134. Want to watch to see if it breaks 133, then it could start going to 131. If it breaks 131, then we can start going back down towards 127 now here, which is the 20-day low. And next stock you guys want to watch is Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo normally has negative news about it, basically opening accounts that people don't know about, fraudulent accounts. So maybe this one may be affected as well too. So watch for the break below 40. Then we can start going to 93 and possibly lower. A lot of these stocks are at their basically 1 year lows. They're even at their, some of them are even at the 5 year lows, but not Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo still has room to go. So make sure you guys are attentive and basically watch the bank stocks and set your alerts because these things are moving, especially with the hype that's going on right now. Now, down to the regular watch list, we're going to throw Tesla in here. Tesla basically had a nice sell off. Tesla was basically giving signs of a possible sell off before the major sell off happened with the overall market, just because we are rejecting this SMA over here. If you look at the date and the time over here, you can see that from February 9th, we basically couldn't break above that SMA. The SMA, when the stock is trading below it, when these candles are trading below this blue line right here, the SMA, that's why I basically put my own blue line over here. So I'm aware to it. When I switch over towards a smaller chart, I could still see it. That 217 level has been a major resistance for the stock, and it couldn't break above. And whenever a stock is struggling to go higher, people will sell. After you cross down, RSI was overbought, we started to pull back. Now, if we're looking at the 1 year, this is the 1 year, 1 day, we still have a little bit more room to drop. So we could go from 167 down towards 150 from the 1 year. A lot of these 180 days and 20 days are oversold from the sell-off. So watch for a possible bounce from 177.50. Then we could start going to 184, which is the 180-day SMA over here. To the downside, definitely want to watch that 167 because then it could start gapping down towards maybe even 157 and maybe lower from there. So make sure you guys set your alerts to both situations. Probably the main one you guys are going to be watching as well is going to be SPY. SPY had an amazing drop during the week, so definitely going to watch to see if this drop continues. Right, so we're going to see what happens. It has some type of support at 384. 384 was a previous support level multiple times. If we break that level, we could start dropping down towards 380. To the upside, let's drop down towards the 20-day over here. The upside, you could possibly get in early if this 384 acts as support. Remember, these are 1-hour candles struggling to break 384. So definitely want to watch for that 384 break before you guys look to enter. But 387.60, then we can start pushing up towards 390, which is a 180-day trade line. It did reject the SMA, which also led into the possible short position or fall in the stock on Friday. That 1-year SMA is basically the same SMA that I was telling you guys to be cautious of on Tesla, where it basically rejected it and came down, while SPY basically broke below it, tried to hit it on the upside, and then rejected it. RSI still has room for the downside, so we could possibly hit 380, but a lot of these charts are oversold. We want to see how the morning looks. Definitely don't want to come in with a bias thinking, hey, we're going to just short everything, because sometimes it's not always like that, right? Right now, we basically got to think about, hey, we've been selling off not only on Friday, but basically we've been selling off since last month, the 14th, and we've been basically coming down lower, making some type of support over here. If you look at the 1 year, same situation with the 1 year. The 1 year has basically been crossed down on the MACD over here, overbought since last month on the 16th, and we've been basically making lower highs since then. Now, we want to see some type of floor get put in before we get bullish overall, but that's what we're looking for over here. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys watch the bank stocks. We have a lot of key bank stocks: FRC, BAC, JPM, Wells Fargo, and then Silicon Bank just got closed out, and Signature Bank got closed out. So make sure you guys are cautious. Don't come in tomorrow with a bias. Remember, Tuesday is CPI, and make sure you guys use a stop loss, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.